Beatles, I Dig a Pony. I've had a lot of requests for this one, so let's go ahead and do it today. We'll do, what you just heard was kind of an amalgamation of John's and George's riffs, including the solo, and we'll go through it all. So, hope you have fun on this one. I do dig a pony. Okay, gang. Well, we're going to go over this note for note. What better place to start than a really cool riff in the beginning and, of course, the end of the song. And that's this part, right? All right. So the cool thing about it, 3 chords only. G and D and, of course, A. All right. So it's basically arpeggios on that. And I think if I play it very, very slowly and close, I'm going to be very deliberate, lifting my fingers as much as possible to let you see it. You'll get it. So it's... Again, we're hitting a couple of open strings. We're hitting the 4th string and we're hitting the 3rd string, the open D and the open E. That's over the G chord. All right, now we have to play over the D chord. Okay, one more time. That's not the only way you can play it, but I find that to be the easiest way. All right, and then this one. I messed up a little bit. All right, let me play that one very slowly, but it starts out with a power A. That means you're playing the 5th string, the 4th string, and the 3rd string only. You're not playing that 2nd. Play that 3 times. I use down, up, down. Okay, one more time, very slowly. And I'm playing those hammer-ons, except the first one's kind of a rolling one. After that, it's a very quick one. After those are very quickly done. And I kind of think of that as I'm playing it kind of as a horse's little hop, and that fits with the title. I don't know, it works for me to help me remember that. All right, so again, that's this part. All right, you do that twice, and then we're into the regular part of the song. Okay, now that we've got the beginning part down, let's just go over the chords first, and we'll get the licks between the chords after it. So we'll start out with this A, and we're hammering on to a D with an A bass. F sharp minor, B minor, G, B minor, G, E. Back to A. All right. So there's a couple different licks that are played in there by George, and so let's start over on this one. Now the Beatles at this time, and I think we're addicted to this sound, and you'll hear it in this and also in the song "I Got a Feeling." Right, same sort of idea. In this case, we're only playing, we're not playing that top string. We're only playing 5 through 2. We're playing that A chord, and we're going to bar it with the 1st finger, and then we're going to hammer on with the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret to the 2nd string, and the 3rd finger with on the 4th string, 4th fret. So like so. Okay. Then we're going to walk down to an F sharp minor. Okay, so that's just on the 3rd string. You're playing. You're hammering on that 1st one from the 2nd to 4th. So the first time you're walking down from the 3rd string, the second time you're walking down from the 4th. there's no real licks on that B minor, but on the G, George plays what are called sixths. So he plays this. All right, now the way that you play these sixths, think about the G major chord, and you're just going to play on that first and the third string. Now you can do this in a number of different ways. Here's how I do it. I pluck with my pick on the third string, and simultaneously I play with my bad middle finger on the first string. Okay? And I'm thinking of G chord, right? So in G, I'm going to be playing these notes. All right, so that there's only two sort of patterns that you need to know, and it's this one, which is over that G chord, okay, and this one right here, which fits a triad, like your D-shaped triad that you would play, okay? So this one is going to be, I'm playing my third finger on the first string, and I'm playing my second finger on the third string and plucking those. I don't want to play that second string in between. And these sound really nice to slide between them. You know, this sounds a lot like a Brown-Eyed Girl, right? All right, not to bring back those memories, but anyway, that's kind of what he's playing. Now over the E, he's extending this a little bit. All right, now what I'm doing there, you'll see is I'm alternating now. Instead of playing at the same time, I'm playing this. All right, now you could stop there and it would sound just fabulous, right? Over that E, you'll notice it's the same pattern as we played over the G. One slight exception with the E chord, you can hammer on that first one. Sounds really cool. Right? All right, so he does that. He's anticipating the next chord's going to be an A after that E minor. He's going to be going back to that. And so what he's going to do is he's going to load up and end up at this note right here, which is actually that third little sixth in the A. And you'll see it's part of an A major triad that's way up here. If you don't care about that theory, that's okay, and just learn it. Here's how it goes. And that last one is played over that A chord. All right, so once again, here it is. All right, so then we're into the second part, which is this. That's A with a hammer onto the D. F sharp minor again. B minor. B minor, G. All right, and on this one, you do want to end up at the E because we're going to transition here to the all right, so before he does that, over that E chord, the last time he plays something like this. So starting from this sixth right here on the fourth string, so we're playing the fourth, on the fourth string, on the fourth fret. We're playing the fourth fret on the third string, fourth fret on the first string, like so, and we're sliding all the way up to the ninth. And playing the seventh there. That's a G chord. Hear that? Okay. Okay, so then we'll slide back down to the fourth and play our E. Then the chords are going to be G, D, and that's our lick over the A. And then there's a big pause. Now in the song it's real dramatic, and I just love that part where they're kind of hooting and screaming and whatever, and Lennon singing because I can't sing it like Lennon, but man, that's a cool part. Okay, so then we play the solo, and that's really the end of it. All right, so after that we're gonna learn the solo. Now the solo is over the regular. And then back in the song. Okay. As is very typical of the solo, of George's solo playing, he relies very, very heavily on the melody. One of the things that I believe makes him a great player is he's extremely melodic, and it's no accident. He plays very much the melody. So let's start out with this right here. So he starts out with this line. All right, so that's just a lick in A. Here's my A chord right here. All right, so we're going to start with the 9th fret on the 3rd string. We're going to hammer off on the 11th and play the 4th string 11th and instantly play 2nd string 10th. All right, so it sounds like this. All right, so that one is we're going to pull off on the 12th 2nd string to the 10th and play the 11th on the 3rd, and just kind of give that a whole step bend on the 12th. That's the 2nd string, and then just kind of let it trail off and play the 10th. All right. Now here's something that George did a lot. All right, so he's bending up a whole step on the 12th, and he's playing the 14th. He likes to do that little lick right there. Okay, and we'll slide that down to the 10th, and then play the 11th. So that really follows the melody almost to a T. Now, if you want to just pull off, that's okay, but he does slide it. It is a little bit harder. All right, so here's the really cool part, in my opinion. Now, this is going to be over that B minor chord because the key changes a little bit, and he reacts to it nicely. All right, so that part, we'll just play the whole part. Very cool. So the first part is he plays the 10th and the 12th on the 2nd, and then he overbends. He's going to bend a step and a half. You want to hit this G. I'm sorry, this D on the 15th. You don't want to actually play it. You want to hit it when you bend. And hold it up there, and then just slowly bring it in. And then play this real blue note. Wow, what a cool note. And if you think about what this one is sort of, you're playing over a G chord there, and there's a very blue note right there. It's this note in a blues sound. Anyway, very cool sound. You'll hear him play that same sort of note in I Want You, She's So Heavy on Abbey Road. All right, anyway. And then this little guy. So we're playing the 12th, bending up just a little bit and pulling it off to the 10th. Actually, not just pulling off, we're picking it. And doing that same overbend. This time we're playing the 12th, which is a G. So we're hitting a blue note, and then we're playing that G itself. And then transitioning to that E chord, and we're playing 6. We're back in the A. Anyway, all right, well, gang, that's it. We've covered basically all of it, and we've covered that riff, so it just ends on that riff, that really cool one, and that's it. Well, it's a more complicated song than it lets out to be, or that it seems to be at first. It just seems like a simple rock tune, but man, it is a cool one, and fun to play. I hope you've enjoyed this one as much as I did. Please leave your comments, and love to hear them, and your suggestions, what else you'd like to hear. All right, we'll see you on down the road.